Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to your second episode, second weekly show of Snap Society. I am your host, the Bluff, here with his boys, Stevie and the Goat. How are we, fellas?
Good, bro. Very good. Had a draft on the weekend, which was interesting to say the least. Great night. Great catching up with friends. It's probably the only time of the year you can get everyone in one room, so it is quite enjoyable.
100%.
But yeah, no, it was great.
100%. Tommy?
I'm fired up. I've come ready. This is what we're here for. This is, I guess, why the Buff employed me, is to make sure that we're getting our rankings out. And look, you've got to be looking sharp if this is what we've been employed for. Isn't that right, Buff?
100%, man. 100%. We've got to be ready to go. And you're looking...
I'm not getting paid.
You are looking...
I'm not getting any money.
I mean, I'm not getting paid.
Yeah. Yet. I guess like the point you touched on, Stevie, just that fact of bringing everyone together, and like how good was it? We got in there, draft order determined by a virtual Royal Rumble. That was it's always exciting. And we sit down and we've got wedding invites from one league mate, and find out another league mate's going to be your dad, and obviously those boys know who we're talking about, and we've sending our love out to those guys. But just shows you that fantasy sports and sports in as a whole is just that vehicle for connection. So love the night. I'm very excited for this year. And I guess obviously I'm repping the boy that I took in the first round.
Bit early for mine.
Had to take him. I guess Goat, you know who we're sort of going to be looking at with just a little bit of what's going on here after a boy Stevie named someone at the top of his list of top 5 flogs in the NFL, only to draft him on Saturday night.
Please explain.
Yeah, I didn't mind here. I got Kelsey in the 7th, 704 to be exact. I probably would have gone Amika, but unfortunately, our league mate, the only real research he does is this podcast, so he was able to snipe him before I got to him, which was a bit of a common theme on our Saturday night, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a few snipers.
Really,
around.
Yeah, a few snipers around, but I got him in the 7th, and let's get ready for him to rule my season. So I can just
look.
I can see how it's about to unfold already.
Look, the society's been listening, and we really felt that in the draft. But it's
good.
Big time. 100%. It's good. We're loving the following. We're loving everybody getting behind us and sniping all our plays.
100%. It happened. It really did
happen.
It happened to all three of us. Anyway, we digress and we move on, okay, into some training camp preseason headlines. Mm-hmm. Just before I throw it to the Goat, a couple boys that maybe we want to make sure that we pour one out for. The great man, Alexander Madison, unfortunately, I don't want to know, but I'm laughing, but like, it's just unfortunate. Yeah. Next surgery out for the year. I actually hope he's okay. That could be a career threat now. Obviously.
It was announced pretty quickly too that he was going to be out for the season. Like they didn't muck around. So normally means it's not great news.
100%. Yeah. And we saw also Rashawn Slater off the back of signing a monster mega deal and backing the truck up and loading every single cent they had. He's out for the year too. So,
wow.
Goat, give us some thoughts on week 1 of preseason.
Now, look, Rich, he's all good. We thought that his finger was twisted in 8 different directions, but he's back, stonks up. But my one is the chosen one, Tyler Warren. And I'm not just saying this because he's a Colts member. I think he's a big man and a big presence downfield. Through the middle of the field, the Colts have really missed that. He's going to play a lot of percentage of the snaps, and he could be an out for either Dimes or A-Rich. And I would not be surprised in a world if he actually gets the most targets on that team this year.
Yep. I think like that wouldn't be a shock to me. I think that particularly that wide receiver room, it's not like you've got some good players there. You've got Downs. I know Stevie's a big fan of Downs. And you've got Pittman there off the back of, a couple. Obviously, he's been a great play for a while, but then pretty injury-ravaged season last year. Tyler Warren looked good. He looked good.
Looked real good.
So, yeah, David, any thoughts?
Yeah, I did see it. I forget actually what day the game was. Yeah, I quickly read his stats and thought, oh, yep, I'll grab him in the draft. And sure enough, he didn't fall to me either, which was a bit of a disappointment. But yeah, I mean, you would love it if you drafted him. I think he went in I'm just looking, the 10th of our league. If he is anywhere within that top 7 tight end finishes, that's a great addition to your team.
Probably someone whose ADP is going to rise and rise and rise. As
we saw a lot of that on the weekend.
Yeah. Go. Next headline, next thought.
Well, I've got plenty because we'll be touching on a lot of the preseason stuff later. But the other one that stood out for me and has stood out for me during training camp is our golden boy, who I was a big critic of. And, my thoughts on receivers who are just very quick and can't run routes. But the reports are he has been the best wide receiver in camp. Jaden Reed is injured, I'm pretty sure. Can correct me.
Foot, I think.
Foot. And so, the best availability is on the field. And from what I'm understanding, what we've seen, he is looking very good.
Alrighty. Well, can I quickly just throw, we've got a little lightning round. You just said stonks up before. Little stonks up, stonks down. And I'm going to give you 7 players.
Yep.
And who you think are going to either go stonks up, stonks down. That's the only answer I want. Go. Tony Pollard.
Okay. Stonks up.
Stonks up. Tajay injured. If you got him late, it could be a great start to your season because I know he was going later.
Yeah.
But yeah, stonks up for the minute.
High ankle sprain for Tajay, and they take a long time to get back from.
100%, because that's the thing. Like if it's going to take a while, but he might not be 100% after that.
Yeah.
Bucky Irving.
Stonks up. He could. There's a world where he finishes the running back 1 of the year.
Yeah.
Like the offense is good, Baker's going to put him in plenty of positions to, get touchdowns, which you need a lot of them to finish RB1 overall. So yeah, stonks way up.
Stonks up for Tucker for me.
J.K. Dobbs.
And Sean Tucker.
Mm-hmm. RJ Harvey.
Stonks up. Played well. Started with the starters, I believe, over wobbly dobbly, ugly flobby. Reports look good.
Yeah.
These early games, we'll see what happens in week 2, but if he stays with the starters, it could be a great pick in redraft.
Yep. Yeah, agreed. Stonks up.
Staying with some running backs. This was electric. Travion Henderson.
Yeah. I want him.
Yeah.
Stonks up. If you're in a dynasty league and you've got some league mates that may not be aware of the Travion news, go out and purchase him because I think he just looks it. He looks like him.
100-yard kick return. Touchdown.
Unbelievable.
His ADP was definitely reflected on our draft. I probably had him going sort of in the 5th.
Yep.
Late 5th, and he ended up going in the early 4th. So that's all it takes is one big play.
100%. Gets everyone excited. We love it.
That's it.
I'll leave that one to last. I'm going to go 2 QBs before I come back to 2 RBs. Jackson Dart.
Stonks up. Looked really good. Looked composed. I think Russell still start, but stonks up.
Stonks up. And then the obvious QB from the weekend, I think the one that's got the most hype, the most hyped 5th round pick probably of all time, Shedeur Sanders.
You go, Tron.
Yeah, I saw the touchdown. I saw the watch. Let's dust it off. Only saw highlights, but from all reports, look good. I'm not actually too sure on Deshaun Watson's timetable to return. The quarterback situation for now is up for the taking. I mean, if he plays well, there's a chance he could start. You've seen what happens when players start. Once they start, sometimes they never come out,
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, definitely on that one. I think like Dylan Gabriel's looked like absolutely poo-poo stinky pants. He stonks down right now in training camp. Flacco's got most of the touches in joint practices, supposedly, and has played all right joint practice. They're giving Sanders a go in the game. But yeah, Watson's pretty much out for the year.
Basically,
and so it's out of Gabriel, Flacco, Sanders, and Kenny Pickett. Kenny Two
Yep.
Gloves with the small hands.
Small hand.
Yep.
And Sanders could find himself out there on the field from what we've seen.
Absolutely.
So last one I had, ETN and Tank Bigsby.
You go first, John. I'm interested to hear what you say.
Yeah. Look, Etienne was probably off my draft board. Upon reflection that he was running with the ones, I think, or started at least, I probably would have put him on. I'm looking at where he went now. He went in the 8th. It's still not pretty, but I'm sure we've all been there. You get to, the 8th round of drafts, you're RB needy. It could be worth it. You never know. You just, they've come out and said timeshare. They've come out and said this. Some people say that. I probably wouldn't want to throw a dart at any of them, but right now, on the back of what happened on the weekend, I'd probably go Etienne.
Yep.
Tommy?
Agree. Stocks up purely because I think he'll get valuable touches. He's not going to get, I don't think he'll get the first and second down carries, and I think Bigsby will be the goal line. I think Bashal, Tutankhamun will probably come in every now and then, but if Etienne gets traded to another team, he could be very valuable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, look, I don't mind for those reasons that you both just raised. I like them both. I think, not that I like them. I think they're usable this year.
They're
usable, and therefore stonks up because anyway. This brings us to I just want to preface by saying to the listeners, these will be available. They'll be published online on our social media accounts for everyone to see. But essentially, what a consensus wide receiver rankings are that we have individually gone and ranked our top 36 wide receivers for this season's fantasy football year. We've combined them, averaged them out, and it's spat out a top 36 based off all three of our rankings. So we're going to go through the 36 players, and then we're going to have a bit of a discussion about our most similar and our most different rankings. So when we say wide receiver ones, our wide receiver ones, so got the top 12 guys, the guys that you want starting in those top wide receiver, that first wide receiver position in your starting lineup. In this order, Jamar Chase, CD Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, Brian Thomas Jr., Amon-Ra St. Brown, Puka Nacua, Lad McConkey, AJ Brown, Drake London.
Is that 12? I think you've gone over, Buffs.
Nah, what have I got here? Hang on.
Oh, that should be one more.
There's one more.
Oh, yeah.
There is
There's
one more.
Yeah.
There's one more. Hang on. What have I forgotten? Let me just go back into where I was. Buffy, what are you doing, mate?
What I will say while Buff's getting that, what we'll do, so all the listeners are aware of our list, we'll post it on our Instagram.
Yep.
So you can see where we're going. And that way, while you're listening to the episode, you can be aware of what our list is and see what our rankings are, because we each have different rankings, and putting them together with consensus makes it a bit easier for everyone to follow. But yeah, we'll definitely have differences.
100%.
Certainly wasn't an easy task. That is for sure.
I had it written down.
Once you actually have to do it. Yep.
And I had it written as Garrett, and I started thinking Miles Garrett. Why is Miles Garrett there? Garrett Wilson, of course, wide receiver 12 for us.
Yeah.
Wide receiver 2s, so 13 to 24, Jackson Smith-Jigba, Marvin Harrison Jr., T. Higgins, Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Cortland Sutton, George Pickens rounds out top 20 with Rashee Rice, Terry McLaurin, Mike Evans, and Devonta Adams. After that, followed by our wide receiver 3, so these are 25 to 36, Calvin Ridley, Jameson Williams, Zay Flowers, Xavier Worthy, Tet McMillan, the Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith, Jerry Jeudy. We've got Chris Olave, who's come in at 33. Travis Hunter at 34. What have I done here? My handwriting's shocking. 36 is Stephon Diggs. We have Ricky Pearsall at 35, and we have Jalen Waddle. That was at 32. I apologize for that. It's just my handwriting. Absolutely shocking. So next week, I've got to actually work on my handwriting so I don't fluff it. And I just fumbled the burrito tonight. And that happens. I guess what I'm going to do is just highlight our 5 most similar and our 5 most different. So all 3 of us agreed unanimously. Jamar Chase is the number 1 wide receiver. 100%.
Yep.
I don't think there's any argument there.
If you think he's not, delete the app and go and do, I don't know,
Come at us.
NBA. Go and do ice hockey.
We'll
fantasy.
be waiting. I'm pretty sure the GOAT's got a cup of tea waiting for you.
I certainly do.
All three of us ranked AJ Brown as number 10. All three of us ranked Marvin Harrison Jr. at number 15. He somehow crept up in number 14 because the averages. The most similar, so two people had Ricky Pearsall not in their top 36. One did, who was me. So I had Ricky Pearsall at 32. And
slip in there.
And Stephon Diggs was not in 2 of the top 36. He did sneak into mine at number 34.
Yeah.
So those are the similarities. Okay. Differences. Now this is where it gets very interesting. Tyreek Hill. Okay. I had him at number 14. Goat had him at number 12. Stevie had him at number 28. So we've got a 16 position gap on that.
Yeah. I've got him.
Give me your thoughts
lower.
on why. Give me your thoughts on why low and why high, Tommy and Steve.
Well, I'll go with Tron because he's the man that's got him at 28.
Yeah. I've got him a lot lower this year. What did you say? You got him at 12?
I have him at 12.
I just think this is the way I'm thinking. Do I look at it as he's going to be a top? What is there a better chance of him being a top 15 wide receiver, or them being that bad that he gets traded mid-year? I think there's just about the same amount of chance of either of those things happening. He's older. I have grave concerns about that offense. Mike McDaniel clearly doesn't know what he's doing. Got another clip today from Jalen Ramsey, said that something about the coach. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's not the fact that he can't do it. It's just not, I've just got players ahead of him. And that's, I've got him at, I think you said 28. I'm looking at 29 here, but yeah. I just think, I just can't see. And he didn't look good last year. I had him. He didn't look good. I'm not sure where he finished. Had a lot of drops. And I think that franchise is actually in for a world of pain. So he's quite outspoken. We all know that. Yeah. If he gets traded mid-year, he misses 1 or 2 games. I'm not going to bet on that he's going to get traded, but I've just got others higher than him. I just think he's old. He's dropping balls a lot. And that offense is just doggy dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and I would tell anyone to do their rankings. You don't really know who you've got ahead of who until you actually do it. There were a lot of surprises in my list. So,
100%.
That's why.
Don't take everyone else's gospel, and that's why we do ours, and obviously we share ours for education purposes. But Tommy, you've got him ranked at 12. So why don't you give us some thoughts on why you have him at 12 as opposed to Tron, who has him at 28?
Purely from, I think last year, it was an interrupted year, whether it be with injury, whether it be being arrested. I think he got ahead of himself and, he put his hand up earlier in the year and said he's got to earn some respect back from the team, from the coaches and from Tour. And I think, I just have to bet on him doing what he has done before. And that's purely why. I think his upside is better than the other guys that I have behind him.
That's fair. Well, speaking of upside, I guess this leads me into our next wide receiver that has got a fair bit of difference. And I actually look at my ranking of him now at number 33. I think maybe I could probably start lifting him up. I guess there's something hanging over the head, and that's going to make sense in a second to you. But you've got him at number 20, and Stevie has his player unranked. The player I'm talking about is Xavier Worthy.
Wow.
I've got him at 33. Stevie has him unranked. Goat has him at 20. I think
thought I had him in. Apparently not.
I think I've got him at 33 purely based off. I think once we know what's happening with the Shea properly, that changes. Now maybe Goat's got that baked in already. Goat, do you want to let me know why do you have him at 20? Does he go higher if we know about Rasheed? What's your
For me, I think that's part of it with Rasheed. We don't know. But the other part is I think we'll see a bit of a decline from Kelsey. I think when Worthy was on the field, he was targeted, regardless of yes, Rice wasn't on the field, but I just have to bet that a second-year receiver, they're going to make plays for him. We're going to design runs for him, I think, as well. I just think he's a super talented player that you can put in the slot, you can put in the X, and if Rasheed misses time, then he's going to get his fair share.
100%. I like that point that you raised too. They do use him in the run game. They'll use him on end arounds and those jet touch passes.
Yep.
Next player looking at is one that both myself and Tommy are lower on than Stevie. So we've got myself ranking him at 31. Goat has him ranked at 28. Stevie has him ranked at 18. The player I'm talking about is Calvin Ridley from the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I've got Calvin Ridley in. That was a late change. I will just double back to Xavier Worthy. I thought I had him in. I must have made a little error, but I definitely wouldn't have had him as early as Tommy did. I probably would have had him around where you had him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Calvin Ridley, he's a stud. I think we all forget how good he actually was. Maybe there's a bit of overreaction. That's okay. That's all part of it. I'm sure these rankings could change a lot in the next 4 weeks. But for now, I'm putting him at 18. Cam Ward needs a target. He's got it in Calvin Ridley. He could be a steal in the draft.
Yeah. I guess, I don't know, Tommy, about you, but I'll probably look at that and go, I know he's been a stud. I know what he's done, but I don't know. I guess it's just having those guys in, when you rank players, you just have guys in front of him, and it's just, don't know if I feel comfortable ranking Ridley that high yet. And as Stevie said, that might change.
Yeah. Mine's more
plenty can change.
Mine's more from the perspective. Yeah, I'm big on Ridley as well, but guys in front of him, certainly guys in front of him. And the Titans, I can't see winning a lot of games.
Yeah.
So I've got to bank on that. His upside is kind of limited.
Yeah.
If they're not going to be scoring a lot.
He might get hyper targeted. He might get some decent yardage.
Yeah,
games,
absolutely.
But he's probably not scoring touchdowns.
Yeah,
maybe we'll see. The next guy is a bit of the reverse. So I have him ranked at 17. Goat has him ranked at 18, and Stevie has him ranked at 30. And we know who this person is. It's Bambi.
Yeah, I got him a little lower.
Mike Evans, big Mike Evans, and so you got him lower, Stevie.
Yeah, what I will say about my rankings is there's definitely tiers. So realistically, I'm sure the same as yours, Tommy.
Yeah.
If they're all in the same tier, it could all flip.
Yeah.
I've got him later. I've got him at wide receiver 30 for the reasons that I mentioned on last week's episode. I've actually got Emeka Egbuka at number 24.
Okay.
So I have that flipped around. I think he can make immediate impact, but not everyone's the same. You got to call your shot somewhere.
That's right.
Yeah. Go. Do you want this one or me?
You go, man.
Okay.
I've transferred I've transferred him to you.
Yeah, the big Mike fanboy over here. Baker, dog. They're going to score points this year. Goblin's out. Emeka's definitely going to eat as well, but I just see Big Mike when they get down the red zone. He's looking at Big Mike. He's looking to get the ball in those positions to score. And I know you can't always trust touchdown dependency, but I just feel like with a guy like that, he's going to get himself open and he can win a contested ball. So I will factor in that.
I hope they don't force 1,000 yards down his throat like they did last season.
Yeah.
Sometimes society, it's as simple as this. And we say it as simple as this. You trust him until you have no reason to trust him. And that's where we go with clusters. And I don't have any reason not to trust him.
Yeah. We'll see.
This last one, there's a bit of difference here. It's got a 10 position spread, but I think this is probably one that, as you said, they're all in the same tier, but I've got him ranked 24. Goat has him ranked at 29, and Stevie has him ranked at 34. And that man is a slim reaper himself, Devonta Smith.
Yeah.
I guess it's just an interesting case in terms of how good are the Philly Eagles going to be? Is there going to be enough targets to go to him? And that's probably the prime example when I look at my rankings of if Ridley really does feast and if Slim Reaper does, concede a lot more targets to the rest of the guys in the offense. And maybe there's that change in that slide down.
Yeah. Well, like he had a decent year last year, and like we're not we know he's an uber talented player, but WR27, it's just the fact that like
Yeah.
Everyone
They
can't
don't need him.
Everyone can't eat every week. One week AJ Brown's going to eat.
Yeah.
1 week he's going to eat. 1 week it's going to be quads.
He's going to be a boom bust, isn't he?
Yeah, and that's right. And
Correct.
so for that reason, I just have him as a late WR2. And that's okay. Like you still be very happy with that output.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be stoked with that in your flex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
100%. Well, gents, that's our consensus top 36 wide receivers. And
I will just ask
out.
you a quick one because while we're all here and we can all discuss it, where did you guys have George Pickens? He was the one that I really struggled with. I actually settled on wide receiver 16. Just wanted to see what you guys thought about that and where you guys had him.
Yeah, look, it was wide receiver 27 for me.
Yeah. Yep.
And I thought that was pretty reasonable. I don't know if I have him that high because then you would probably need to see a bit of a drop off from CD, I would have thought, but yeah.
See, I just have a feeling that Dak is just going to feast this year.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he can throw for many, many, many touchdowns. Their run game is egregious. Yeah, not great. I think for them to be in games, he's going to have to sling it. And, I don't think it's unreasonable to say that he could have, a wide receiver 1 and, a high-end wide receiver 2. And you got to call your shot. And, we could just get our rankings of Fantasy Pros and go off them. But they're never accurate by the end of the season. So you got to shoot your shot somewhere.
Yeah.
The other player I will ask is Jamison Williams. I know you're massive on him, Tommy.
Yeah.
Where did you have him? I had him at wide receiver 23.
Yep. 26 for me, which I think is still really good. I think Bo, similar to with, a Smith, similar to some of those other second, I guess, receivers in those teams. Only down because, they're going to have big weeks, but I think he takes another jump forward this year. And maybe he eats into some of Sun God's work, but 26 for me and Pickens 27. And then the only WR2 that I have, I guess, close to the top 15 would be T. Higgins. Because we know that, when he's out there, he'll score touchdowns. Burrow's going to throw.
They're going to sling it.
Yeah.
They're going to sling it. I don't have
Buffy.
I don't have Beacons ranked in my top 36.
You don't have him in your 36?
No. He burnt me last year.
To get someone else to host the pod. Not your 36.
He's not my 36, man. He burnt me.
Oh, Godfather. Yeah, right.
Ex-Steeler, man. I'm holding a grudge.
Yeah.
It's quite grudge-worthy.
Who's your 30 to 36?
My 30 to 36, it goes.
If you don't have Pickens.
Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, Ricky Pearsall, Xavier Worthy, Stephon Diggs, Deebo Samuel, and Jaden Reed.
Yeah. Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed.
Well, they've got to throw to someone. Jordan Love's going to, he's got to throw to someone.
My rankings will change a lot.
Yeah. If
what I see the next few weeks. And I don't have any Green Bay receivers in. I'm not too sure about you, Tommy.
I feel like that square is literally like Green Bay wide receiver 1. It's like not necessarily just Jaden Reed. It's just sort of like they've got to throw to someone. And I'd rather take that person than George Pickens, who I think he's going to have like DFS, like Tommy's going to be covering him in DFS lineups this year. He's going to have weeks where he absolutely goes bananas. But I just I don't know. Again, it comes back to that preference of I feel like there's guys that are higher, and those guys from 30 to 36, I reckon they're going to get a lot of targets in their respective offenses, and they're going to be the wide receiver 1s.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway,
well,
that's my thoughts.
Has there been any changes? Has there been anyone like that's noteworthy that's dropped out of your 36 receivers?
I'll go first. I currently don't actually have Travis Hunter in.
Yep.
I just need to see a smidge more.
Okay.
I do think, not saying that it's, accurate or anything. He went the 6th round of our draft. I feel like that's really early. I don't have him in. He's probably one that could slip in. As I said, don't have any Green Bay receivers yet, only because I just need to see what happens in the next few weeks.
Travis Hunter's not in mine either.
Okay.
Is it in yours, Tommy?
Yeah, Travis Hunter's in mine. He's 34.
Yeah, he'd be that Yeah, I just need
he's
to
that
see it.
next
That's
gap.
the only reason.
So, yeah.
Which is going to be interesting over the next couple of weeks to see how rankings change. And I guess what we can do is that next week's episode, we're going to be covering our running back rankings. But what we can do is we can keep everyone updated on what our rankings are and the changes and the moves that happen between the three, like as our consensus rankings, but also within just our three individual rankings about who's new into the 36, who slips out, who climbs. But yeah, fantastic work, boys. Love your work. Anything else?
Do have one, if I can mention. There's one that slipped into my rankings that I was surprised hasn't, been mentioned. So Stephon Diggs fell out of mine. The chosen Juan Jennings fell out of mine because there's no timetable for his calf. But one that jumped in, which I'm surprised I didn't have him close anyway, was Jacoby Myers. Where did Jacoby Myers finish last year?
He finished, I'll tell you. Give me 1 second. I had him at 32.
Do you reckon he finished over or under 32?
I think he finished higher than that.
No, he finished under 32.
Yep.
So
he finished as the wide receiver, 19.
Yeah, I was going to say 17. That's unreal.
And I just thought to myself, he's getting a quarterback upgrade. I don't know if they can get away with as much force feeding to Brock Bowers this year. He's got to get something.
Yeah.
So that's purely the only reason.
I like it. I think they're actually looking at a potential new contract for him as well. I think I saw that online. So, yeah, I think he's a pretty handy player. As I said last week, I'd love to see them, potentially bring in someone it's a smidge better just to, because I think they're going to have a firepower offense. But, I did have him at 32. Where did you have him, Water Buffalo?
Sorry, just a quick one. Where did I have Jacoby Myers?
As I said, it's not easy. You think you're actually high on someone, and then there's actually 4 or 5 names above him.
I didn't have him in.
Yep,
you didn't have him in.
Yeah,
he's around that. I probably have him. So 26 is where I have Zay Flowers. 27 is where I have Jerry Jeudy. But I think 28 where I have Ted McMillan. Under that, there's 10 to 15 players that could be in that position.
Absolutely.
And if Rashee Rice, I've got 21 right now. I mean, if he gets done for a significant amount of time, then he's probably going to slide a fair way down my rankings.
Yeah.
Probably those. That's my thoughts on those wide receivers. Alrighty, and we're ready.
Yep,
we're ready for something special, boys.
I'm ready.
Buff's
episode of
Buff's back.
Bluff. It's back. It's back. Who the hell let this guy on the show? So for those new listeners, we've got a little game show. The boys, I'm going to tell them 2 truths, 1 lie. This week's going to be preseason week 1. So we're going to see the boys have been paying attention, which might be a bit of a challenge because it is preseason week 1. I haven't gone too hard on them though. So they just need to let me know which is the lie in each of these scenarios. We've got 3 rounds today. Boys, you ready to go?
Ready to go.
Always.
Let's go. And hopefully you listening along at home or in the car, wherever you are, you get a kick out of this and you can get a couple right as well. So after your win, you can go first tonight, Stevie, too, with your answer because you won last week.
I did.
Round 1 is rookie performances is the theme. Number 1, Tyler Warren, Colts tight end, for anyone wondering, posted an 89.3 PFF receiving grade, dominating one-handed and break tackle efforts. Number 2, Shamar James, Cowboys rookie, scored a touchdown on defense while playing special teams. Number 3, Jackson Dart threw a touchdown in his NFL preseason debut, completing 12 of 19 attempts.
I think the bluff. You go, Tommy.
No, sorry, it's you, mate. I got carried away. I'm too excited. Too excited.
I think the bluff is Jackson Dart. I saw he played well, but I don't actually think he threw a touchdown to anyone.
I am excited about my boy Warren, but I don't know if he. I don't know if he posted an 80. I don't know if he posted an 89 and dropped a one-hander. Like, are we talking about the game? I didn't see a one-hander, but I feel like he played well, but not an 89er. So I reckon that's the bluff.
Tyler Warren did have an 89.3 PFF receiving grade.
Monster!
He was on fire.
Monster!
What a god.
And,
I'm
and
up.
Jackson Dart had 12 of 19 attempts through 0 interceptions, 154 yards, and did have a touchdown.
I did.
So the bluff was the Shamar James not scoring a touchdown.
Shamar stinks.
On special teams is the key there too.
Tyler.
Round 2. Yeah, so none of you, I bluffed you. Well done. Hopefully some people at home have cottoned onto that one and got that incorrect. Round 2, position battles and debuts. Number 1, backup quarterback Tanner McKee delivered 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing score, solidifying his spot behind Jalen Hurts. Number 2, Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck dueled for the Saints quarterback job, with both throwing a touchdown pass in the preseason opener.
He didn't throw a touchdown.
Number 3, Rams quarterback Stetson Bennett earned a 100.7 passer rating, showing promise with downfield throws and composure.
So hard because
I don't think any of the Saints QBs have thrown a touchdown.
Need to get like a little theme song here with bluff.
yeah,
Just
like
little,
a thinking thing.
like a heartbeat.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah, man,
What's Buff's bluff, boys?
you go try on your first, mate.
100 rating. What was it?
100 points.
That's outrageous. Yeah, that's it. I'm not. Yeah, that has to be it.
Oh,
That's
Tommy?
outrageous.
and was it Tyler Shuck and
Spencer
Rattler?
Rattler both threw a touchdown pass.
Nah, no way. Tyler
Yeah.
Shuck is
He
yuck.
sucks.
So I'm just going to say it because I think Tyler Shuck is yuck.
Okay, well, you're both correct about Tanner McKee balled out. He had two passing
did.
touchdowns, and he ran one in.
He
So
torched it.
He's
He torched
QB.
the Bengal defense once.
He's QB two.
An absolute concern.
Rams quarterback Stetson Bennett did have a 100.7 passer
Good
rating,
way.
and Tyler Shuck threw a touchdown pass. It was Spencer Rattler that didn't have a touchdown pass.
So it had to be one of them.
Okay, so
To who?
I have no idea. You'd have to look that one up.
Oh, I'm
Mate.
not looking that up.
Spencer Rattler. He's not throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, right.
He tried
Nice.
to run one in.
Did he?
Yeah. He tried.
Yeah.
He got absolutely drilled on a couple plays too. So
Spencer.
poor
Go back to
Spencer.
Netflix,
He's
mate.
never been the same since he was on that high school quarterback show.
Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah.
So Tommy's up 1-0. So Stevie needs to fly back here to tie it. Otherwise, we're going to have a week 1, week 2. We're going to split the series. We're going to go 1-1.
Is there one left, Buff?
There's one left, man.
Oh,
There's
we
one
can equal it.
left. Team and game highlights. Right. 1. No NFL preseason game ended in a tie this week. 2. The Lions versus Falcons was suspended mid-4th quarter due to a serious injury with no further attempts to score. 3. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Jaguars 31-25 in week 1 of the preseason.
Mate.
What was the first one?
No NFL preseason game ended in a tie this week.
No, that's the bluff. Because it was, I'm not, yeah, that's my guess.
That's your guess?
Yeah, those other ones, I'm pretty sure the Steelers won.
Yeah, the Steelers won.
What was the second one?
The Lions versus Falcons game was suspended mid-4th quarter due to a serious injury with no
Yeah,
further
and
attempts to score.
that certainly happened as well. So it has to be that there was a tie.
Bonus points. Who were the teams? I know who the teams were.
You got it. You know who the teams were?
Yeah, I know.
hang
the
on.
teams.
It's a cheat. How is he going double or nothing? Well, Tommy's got you 2-1, but who were the teams, Stevie? And tell me what the score was.
I think it was 24-all, Miami and Chicago, and apparently that game was putrid.
It was us. So
Was it Tyler Shuck?
Talk.
oh dear. Well, that brings Buff's bluff to an end for another week. Deary me.
There it is.
Alrighty.
Good
So-
bluffs.
Good bluffs. Right, I'm great on the bluff, Buff.
Yeah.
Bluff.
I got it.
Before we bring the night to an end, gentlemen, preseason week 2 watch list. Tommy, I feel like you've got something for us here.
Oh, well, it won't be Tyler Shuck and the Saints. I can say that for free. No, look, my obvious one is, and I love talking about the Colts, will be Richardson. I think his fingers are okay. I don't know about his brain. But he'll play a half probably. And he's got to show signs. I think, unfortunately, it's Dime's team.
Yep. Stevie, have you got anything you're looking forward to this week?
Probably Cowboys running backs. I'd love to see who solidifies that running back room, who solidifies themselves as the RB1.
Yeah.
Jaden Blue injured. Devonta Williams, all reports, is looking good. Yeah, I always double back to fantasy. He could be a late round steal if he is the RB1.
Yep.
Prior to his injury, he wasn't bad. He was serviceable. He's a year removed. Hopefully, if he's the RB1, it could be a great upside running back late.
Yeah.
So I think for me, it'll just be the interesting battle that's happening over in Cleveland. And it's funny because obviously Joe Flacco, he's come out and said for him to play well, he needs snaps. But you know what you've got in him. So as a franchise, it's kind of weird because you want to see what the young guys are going to do and decide whether you're going to take 4 guys onto your roster with Deshaun Watson sitting on your pup. So it'll be really, really interesting to see what the snap counts are this week. And I feel like at some point they're going to have to throw Dylan Gabriel into the game as well and see what he does properly, with an extended run. But I feel like this could happen again.
Yeah.
It's my bold take. I
Dust
think
off
it
the
goes
watch.
off. I think it goes off. Could go off. More starters this week. Any others that you're looking forward to, boys?
Rookie running backs.
Rookies.
Running back rooms. I think, we're going to, I'm talking about running back rooms, like you said, like Bills, I think Jags,
Bills.
rookie running backs. I want to see Hampton. I want to see RJ Harvey. I want to see more of Travion. I don't want to see Bouchel, Tutankhamun, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the running back rooms.
I'm interested to see what happens with Ray Davis. I was reading online today. Apparently James Cook suited up, but just didn't go out there. So that is one to watch if he holds out or carries on.
They expected him to play, Stevie, and he didn't.
James Cook?
He was just like, nah, thanks, I'm good.
He just said, nah, I'm not playing, which is outrageous behaviour. I mean...
To get traded?
He could.
If you're the Cowboys and you're sitting there and going...
I feel like if you're the Cowboys and you're Jerry Jones, why wouldn't you?
That would be the most Cowboy thing ever.
Yeah.
Probably trade a second round pick and then finish last.
Dak will do his ankle again and it'll be all over in week 2, week 3. Hopefully not. Touch wood. Yeah. Anything else you want to look forward to, boys? Any bold takes? Any bold takes that we've got for the week?
Bold takes. Not just yet. Let me see how the next week's unfold, and then I'll try and figure out how you haven't had George Pickens in your top 36 receivers.
That's fair. Well, I'll cop that one. Go. You got anything for us before we sign off?
Nah. If you're going to wipe, Echo wipe. Remember that.
Yep. That's it.
That's some wisdom for you. Mm-hmm. Have a great night, guys, and hopefully we see you and looking forward to running you through next week our running back rankings, and we might even have a bonus little super flex mock draft, which we look forward to bringing you. Have a great one, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.